Today, we are going to set up my Aunt Marti's veggie garden. This is her front yard, guys, and I just want to tell you that I was honored that she even wanted me to help her with her veggie garden, because what Aunt Marti's done here to her front yard and even backyard is created amazing spaces for pollinators, and she just has a really huge love for plants. She's been a big inspiration to me, and because of her now I have houseplants when I never really did houseplants. But I just want to tell you that I was very honored to come and do this for my Aunt Marti. This is her front yard, and she's a very special person to me. She does have a daughter with autism, my cousin Naomi, and I want to dedicate this video to her. Okay guys, welcome to Sowing Seeds of Love again with Karina, aka Mrs. Q. Today we are so excited because we're at my aunt's house and she had her husband add legs to a wooden pallet. And where was the wooden pallet? Like,
right,
y'all used all the pieces like of the wooden pallet, right?
We cut one side of it. You cut
Okay.
one side of it, take those boards off, and then we just put larger boards on the side.
Yes. So basically, this is all-purpose wood from pallets, and they created this, and it's awesome. So she took old shower curtains, and all we're doing is we're going through and we're poking holes for drainage, and we're gonna turn this into her veggie garden. So it is awesome. Has like I said, has legs, which we're like super excited about, and it's all made from a pallet and some other boards thrown in there.
And this is for the dogs that he doesn't get through.
Okay.
But then he can lay under there and get shade, and it'd be a lot cooler.
Perfect. See, so it's gonna be like a little mini dog house. There's a little rug underneath there for them to lay, and then it's also gonna be a veggie garden. So, like I said, she took old shower curtains, lined it with it. We're making drainage holes, and then we're going to start to add her soil mixture and add her vegetables that we have some that I actually grown from seed. And then I actually, with gardening with Pink, we ended up getting a couple of her veggies also. Like we got a jalapeno, we have a watermelon we're going to put out there. I grew some bunching onions and basil. So we're going to get started. So just so you guys can see the underside, that's the pallet right there. And Uncle can put the sideboards and the legs. So just once again, underneath is where you could see the pallet and the lining of the shower curtain. And we're going to go ahead and add soil that we got from Costco into here. And then we're going to mix a few supplements like the earthworm castings and the blood. Marti's putting the earthworm castings, but quite a bit, a little bit more because we're going to mix it all in. Yeah, she put in earthworm castings, or we're going to put plants. And then we also have blood meal, and these are good nutrients for our plants. Perfect. This one right here is on sale at Costco. It's earthworm castings, $12.59, I think, or something. Yeah, I think so. Here, I'll move that one over here when we're done. Okay, this is really good stuff. We like this, earthworm castings. And this is at Costco. And then I got this online on Amazon, but it's blood meal. And same thing, you just sprinkle some kind of down there, and that's a little bit richer, so you probably don't need as much, but it's good. That is a really good source of nitrogen, which your plants need to get started because a lot of them are leafy right now. Once we start to grow actual fruit and vegetables on them, then we'll kind of cut back on any nitrogen. And we'll give stuff with more phosphorus or phosphate. How do you say it?
Phosphorus.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, I don't know. I know there's like a whole number system going on with your PKUs or PKNs is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know any of that.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Ivan. What you doing? These are bunching onions, and I planted these through seeds. They're the onion warrior. Aunt Marti was with me when we planted these, and I'm just going to kind of take them apart a little bit like this. Actually, they thin out really nicely, but I'm just going to, let me see here. I didn't realize there's 5 plants in here. But what you do is just kind of go in there. We'll get those in there. And then we have more. See, they kind of just pull apart really nice. And these are good. You can put these in with soup, salads, anything that you want green onions in. Go ahead and dig that.
Artichoke dip, spinach
Any
dip.
of that stuff, yeah. These can be planted very close to each other. So that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and put in this really big one here. Kind of dig in there for this. Okay. I'll put this one probably right here. Then next door to that area in the shade area, we're going to put some romaine seeds. This is your onions. And then when we're done with everything, we're going to put mulch on top to keep the moisture in. And I was going to say, let's do one more because I was going to save some for John's work. Oh, look at that. It's got its own little brick there. Let's kind of go down toward the bottom. Okay, so we got some bunching onions there. I'll go ahead and just do one here in the front. Yeah, and then look, like this. All you're going to do is you can just cut them off like that. You want some onion? No, I don't think dogs can eat onion. Okay. But yeah, when you start to see them get too tall, just start harvesting them. And the more you cut them, the more they grow. Okay, so turn that off. Okay, and then on that side over there, we're going to put some peppers.
Yours, do you ever pull yours out to get to the bulb?
No, we just leave them in there and we keep harvesting. Now, later on, if you start to see that they get really thick.
You probably have to leave them in longer, though, and cut them, but leave them in.
These won't be like bulbing onions. These are just going to be like bunching onions. Okay. You'll probably get a white part maybe like down at the bottom, like maybe like this big.
But not enough to not like green onions and stock it when you go to the store.
Now, if you want some of those, I can bring you some red onions from home and you can stick in here. Just keep cutting from the tops, yeah. So when they get especially too heavy, you just keep cutting them. And they'll start to get bigger and thicker, so. Okay, so, well, the basil's in here, but we're going to put the peppers. And normally I just take off the bottom leaves like this. Just throw them on the ground. But, and then I'm going to leave this in this because these are those little cups or whatever containers. And they'll break down. They will. So this right here is remember it was the red Chinese bell peppers. And I remember you made tags from them, but we just got to make more tags. So I'll put that one there here. Okay, and then what do we want to put here? Did you want to do a watermelon?
Probably.
Okay, I'm going to put this one more sun. I think we could do another bell pepper right here if you want. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's get some dill in here. Even if you don't eat the dill is good for pollinators too. So.
Where's the other bell pepper?
This one.
I'll put it on this.
Okay. You want to do it and I'll record you? Okay. Okay. So she's putting the other red Chinese bell pepper. And then I've got some bamboo sticks. As they get bigger, we'll probably have to give it some support. There you go. She's just covering it up because it all breaks down. And then we'll put some of that Texas native mulch on top. Even though you don't eat dill, it's still really good to have in your garden because it does also you don't really use it as much or whatever. It starts to flower. It's good for the pollinators. They love dill. And you can actually put this in like potato salads or other things too. It's really good. So far we have the red bell pepper. We have dill. We have the bunching onions. We're going to put in from Jara's Garden, guys. Y'all need to go check her out on her YouTube. Mexican sunflower. And that is in a really pretty orange color. We have the petite French dwarf marigolds from Jara's YouTube channel. We're going to put in some romaine lettuce here. And then this jalapeno plant is from Gardening with Pink. I just met her yesterday and got it. It's going to be part of my haul. And I'm excited. So this is the giant jalapeno. And y'all can tell it already has jalapenos on it. Normally I would pop them off because you want to focus on your roots. I'm going to leave them just to see what happens because she did a really good job with Gardening with Pink. she did a really good job on already upplanting it, so I know there's a really good root intake. So I'm just going to open up a really big area here. And then I'm going to go ahead, and you always want to make sure you do the scissor fingers, kind of pinch it all around. Like I said, she had just up potted it. So let me see, but we should probably see a really good root system, which we do. That's a nice root system. So we're not going to take off those little jalapenos.
Just wiggle it.
Yeah, we will. We'll just kind of
wiggle it on the bottom. There
we go. Okay. Kind of bring it down here. I am going to use some bamboo sticks because you see the height of it. The wind is pretty bad. So, all right, right behind you, Marty. I think down below is the bamboo sticks. And I'm going to show everyone how I put bamboo sticks in to help support. So these obviously are tall, so I'm just going to go ahead and break them. Break right here. Okay. I'm probably going to use 2. But right in between where it Y's, I'm just going to go ahead and stick it here so that way when the wind blows, it has support. Oh, it's kind of opening. I don't know why. Here. And then let me grab another part of this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and leave the height on that. So when it moves, you just want to make sure that it has support. So Aunt Marti has these clips. They're different sizes. She got them at the Dollar Tree. And because it's very windy out where we live, we're going to go ahead and do a clip from the bamboo sticks to her jalapeno. And it will not hurt the jalapeno plant at all. So then that way, you know, if it blows, the wind blows, there you go. Hello, Uncle Ken. It's okay. It's fine. Okay. So you turn that off. Do you want to keep this for anything? Seeds from Beyond Organic Seeds online. My favorite zucchini. They're yellow striped. Seeds look like this. We ended up only putting 3 here. We're going to see which one looks the healthiest, and the other 2 we can either pull out and move somewhere else or just snip them. Okay. But you really only need 1 plant because they're going to go really big, and it'll probably go and kind of the leaves kind of hang over. We're also going to do Black Beauty squash. I'm hoping that vine borers will not find her house. We're going to pray that they don't, because they are mean borers, or they bore into them. They're silly. They look like moths. They look almost like wasps, but they're horrible when they lay their eggs, and then they just mess up the vines. Okay, so this is the squash. And so just like we did, we just make a little hole there, put one there, going to put one here, and put one here. And once again, we're going to see which one takes better. We're not keeping all 3 because they're huge. Okay, so we did that. And then we said we were going to go ahead and put a watermelon in this corner, right? Watermelon here. I know that all 3 of these are heavy feeders, so we have to make sure that we are definitely watering. And we'll probably use some fish emulsion, fertilizer, some other fertilizer throughout the time because they're heavy eaters. Okay. And over here, we said we're going to put the watermelon or the green beans.
No, the watermelon's here.
The watermelon's here.
Beans.
Green beans. And then what else do we have? Okay, we have to see what else we have. Or the tomato plants. Okay, sounds good. We'll do that. All right, you can cut it. Okay, we have 2 different kinds of tomatoes. We have a brandy wine tomato. And then this one are the San Marzano. So both of them were grown with seed, from seed. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and make a little hole here. We have lots of this blood meal in here. So just make a hole. I already took off the leaves that were right here. And then that way we'll put this in. And some people say go deep, but you know what? We're planting in this awesome planter Uncle Ken made out of pallets. So can't go too deep, but it's going to be fine. Okay. And then put that here. And then we are going to use bamboo sticks to help them. We know that many people use the cages. We're not going to use cages because it'll go through. So we'll just use some of these to help it. Just cut this in half. And if it gets too big, then maybe we'll see what else we can use to trellis it up. But I think it'll be fine. I like to use 3 of them.
You can use one of those clips.
Okay. We probably don't need a clip now because more than anything, you're just going to want it for the support because they're going to grow kind of bushy. Okay. And then I usually kind of like a triangle. I just usually put it in there like that. I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. I'm going to clip this one off. It looks pretty sad. Okay. There you go. That's that tomato. Okay. This one, I can already tell. I know both of them are determinate, meaning that they're going to set their fruit all at one time and they won't grow to be too bushy. But you definitely are going to want to keep it clean. I'm going to go ahead and just take off this one as well. Just pop it off because you want it to be clean underneath. Okay, and then once again, I'm going to turn it in. This should have a really good root system. I did this one from seeds as well. Let's put that in there. Oh, it's really dry. We got to make for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we got to make sure we water it really good. I'm going to kind of mount that up a little bit. We're going to try tomatoes in here, even though we know tomatoes like. We might even see that if it's on the drain holes, the roots might start to kind of come out for the bottom, but. Okay. We're still going to add all the mulch too, so it's going to give it more layered. It's going to be like higher when we add the mulch. Okay, what else? What else are we planting now? And then we said, this was a free watermelon plant that we got from Gardening with Pink. Please follow her YouTube channel. This was the tender sweet watermelon. Don't know what they look like. It's going to be kind of a mystery to us, but we're going to put it in the corner so it can bind over, and it'll end up going underneath her table here. So we're just going to put this in. And once again, we will come with the Texas native mulch and put some layer it to where it fills it up. We're going to take off these two cute little leaves where the leaves that they're first true leaves. You want to take those off when you first put the plant and transplant it. They no longer need it. And there you go. Okay, and this will start to vine over this way and she can tuck it in underneath her table. Let's put this on here. Yay. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to add some basil that I grabbed from my garden. When I plant my basil, since they're so tiny, I like to just sprinkle a whole area, and then I start to uproot that area and stick them in my garden. So I might have to kind of be really careful when I scoop this part up here because it's wasn't really planted in here in this planter. Okay, I'm going to take off the first true leaves. I do that with all my plants, even the squash. Okay. And then we're going to stick that in there. That's probably going to go into some shock, but we're just going to keep watering it and it'll do good. Always want to put basil next to tomatoes because they help with the insects. There's something that insects do not like basil for some reason.
I had a basil last year in that other one.
Oh, look, we might get more than here. Let me see if I can take. Yeah, they're tiny. Yeah. Let's put those in here. But like I said, I have a whole thing. Yes, and yes. They're good with tomatoes.
I had cherry tomatoes and I had so many I didn't know what to do.
I don't know if that will work, but we'll see what happens with those. They're babies. Kind of didn't mean to grab them, but I did. Yeah. Okay. We're going to save these for John's work. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some incredible sunflower. I got these at the Dollar General. And I like to put 2 seeds in each hole. And like I said, sometimes they take, sometimes they don't. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That's probably a little too deep. So we're going to do some sunflower seeds here. So I don't know. We'll make sure that we know. We'll do some here. And we're not going to mark those. We'll just see when they come up. Okay. We'll just have sunflower seeds sporadically in here. And take a couple more here. And then I'm going to throw a couple more in here. I'll put 3 because that other one didn't look too good, but all right. Okay, and then green beans. These are the bush-like green beans. These are bush to where that meaning that they're not going to grow up a pole, so they're not the pole green beans. So I'm just going to kind of probably give us like 6 green bean plants. And sometimes they take, sometimes they don't. That's what happened to me when I did my yellow wax green beans. But I put 2 seeds in each. Oops. And they'll be growing some green beans. No time. 50 days to harvest. It's pretty cool. It's like 2 months she'll be harvesting green beans.
God willing.
God willing. Girl, you will definitely pray. I always pray over my plants too. And you want to pinch that last one?
Thank you.
Okay, and that's green beans here. Yay. And I think we're done. Right? Come to this side and we'll do a garden tour. What we're doing now is we're going thick with the Texas native mulch. It's hardwood mulch. And what I like about this mulch is it is very moist and it's shredded really fine to where it keeps all the moisture in.
You can feel the difference.
Yes, definitely. And it's going to keep all that moisture in. Here, let's do some around the basil too. And then I'll put some around the tomato. Yeah. There you go. Just kind of make sure we don't cover up the leaves.
Right.
That's okay. Okay. Here, so Aunt Marti also has these, what are they called, Marti? Larkspur? All throughout her yard. Look at the size of these garlic plants, guys. She got these garlic from one of Emily's friends, Braden. And then she has another tomato plant over there. She's got a nice little area back here, but now she's going to have her veggie plants. So all she has to do is water right now. I'm going to go get her lettuce seeds because I forgot them. I'll be right back. But everything is looking really, really good. Okay, we are finally done. We have our red bell pepper right here. We did put some other flowers in, I think. Let me turn this around real quick so I can look. This was the petite marigolds here. We did some Mexican sunflower here. We have dill. We have our pepper plants. It's a jalapeno. We have the bunching onions. We put 3 different lettuces in just to see what they do, and we'll see what grows fast and what grows better. But we have the butter crunch lettuce here, red romaine lettuce, and the Paris romaine back here. Coming over here, I accidentally broke the top part of this tomato plant off. I'm so sad. But we ended up putting it in here because you can do that. We'll see what happens. She's going to keep it watered. So we have our San Marzano. And if it doesn't grow like it should, I have another one we can put in here. We have our brandywine tomatoes. We have some basil. And this squash corner here, we ended up doing...
I don't remember what kind of squash it was.
Yeah, it was the... Let's see, did we do signs for them?
Beauty.
Black Beauty was here. Yeah, this is the Black Beauty squash. Over here we had the yellow zucchini, which is the yellow striped zucchini, one of my favorites. We have a watermelon that's going to end up vining over, and she'll use this little corner here for it to vine and grow down below. She does have a nice little trellis if our tomato plants get really big that she'll set over on top and give it some support. So once again, guys, this is her veggie garden. It is made from pallets, repurposed pallets. If you look underneath, you can see the pallet. And her husband Uncle Ken ended up putting some extra wood. He put the legs, cut pieces from the pallet down below, and she put them on bricks. So we put shower curtain lining underneath once again with holes for drainage. So this is gonna be a really nice little veggie garden. We're excited. All right, guys, have a blessed day, and thank you for watching Sowing Seeds of Love.